Hey everyone, Steve Wise here with Mental Fitness. Today I'm here to talk about how to start working out with weights, part 2. So in part 1, we kind of avoided the weights, right? We did some bands and I taught you how to use resistance bands, and that was awesome. If you've done that and you loved it, or you just don't want to start with resistance bands and would rather start with dumbbells, that's what I'm here to talk about today. I do have a dog with me. This is Butters. She may occasionally come into the video with us. We will be cautious of her safety. And this is my personal gym here. And all I want to do today is teach you how to start lifting with dumbbells and one incline-decline bench. Now, personally, I think the bands are the best way to start working out because they're the safest and offer a good variety of exercises. This incline-decline bench is the next step. So, what I want to do is I want to show you how to use this bench and how to get a workout with every muscle group using just this bench. So let's start from the top down. Now, this bench is not terribly hard together. There was one design flaw I may have put together a little bit incorrectly, but it works perfect. And what we want to do here is that this bench has 3 settings. It has the upright setting, it has an incline setting, it has 4 settings, the flat setting, and the decline setting. Each one of these is unique and useful for a variety of different exercises. So, if we start in this incline setting, there's a couple things we can do here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with triceps. I'm going to show you all the different ways you can work your triceps. And I'm going to show you chest, then I'm going to show you back, then I'm going to show you shoulders, and I'm going to show you legs, and I'm going to show you abs. All right, so let's start with what you can do with triceps. Now, if you have a weight, I'm using 25 to demonstrate most of this. One thing you can do for your triceps in an incline position is what's called an overhead tricep extension. What you do is you take a weight and you grip it like this, put it over your head, and keeping your elbows without moving, you go down, up, down, up. Now notice my breathing. Down, up, down, up. You should feel this in the tricep, particularly right here in this upper part of your tricep. And what you can do is down and up, and that is a great tricep workout that you can use with this bench in the incline position. When we think of other things you can do in the incline position, you can do what is called a military press or a standard shoulder press. Now I'm going to move the chair slightly so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. But for the shoulder press, in this incline position, you can take your weights, sit, lock your legs in, chest back, shoulders back. Everything we do is shoulders back, crushing the soda can with your shoulder blades. Weights up. 1, 2, slow and controlled. 3, 4, 5. And that is a shoulder press. It's a great shoulder workout that you can do with the incline bench. Now, if you want to do other shoulder workouts with dumbbells, you can do shrugs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where it's just kind of like, I don't know. That's what you're doing with the shrug, right? But again, you don't want your body forward. We sit like this far too much. Shoulders back, chest out, shrug those shoulders. You should feel it in your traps right here. Another thing you can do for your shoulders with dumbbells, take them here, up like this. Again, shoulders back. Imagine you have a bar and you are picking it up like this. So, we got 3 shoulders and a tricep workout in there. There are more things you can do with the incline, but this is what I really love it for. The shoulder press and the overhead tricep. Taking it down to flat, there are many other things you can do here on flat. Sticking with the tricep theme, one thing you can do is called skull crushers, aptly named for what they are. Come down here, Lock in, sit back. Similar grip, right over your head. 1, 2, 3. Again, you want like a perfect lever right here. You want as little movement right here as possible. 4, 5. Remember your breathing. 6, 7, 8. And that is a skull crusher. You can do it literally on your skull, but I think you get better range of motion back here, just like that. So that is another tricep exercise you can do with the bench flat. Another thing you can do is a lot of chest with the bench flat, or, and I'll show you in a minute, at an incline. So the first thing you can do with the bench flat is kind of your standard chest press. Similar to a bench press, but with dumbbells, you are going to use more stabilizers. Now, for the chest press, you want to come down all the way as low as you can. It's going to give you the best range of motion, high butters. And then you are going to shoot up, controlled motion, keeping each weight even with its parallel partner. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When doing chest press, 6. I try to keep the weight a little bit lower this way and my elbows in a little bit more, just to protect my shoulder a little bit more. But this is a great way to work the chest. Same thing with a chest fly. So similar to the chest press, except you're coming out here and you're going 1, 2, 3, 4. And now if you want to make it harder, do a little twist. 5, 6, 7. And if you really want to burn out, you can do your triceps like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, that is a whole bunch of stuff that you can do on a flat bench, for your chest. When you work out the chest, again, you want the full range of motion. You want your elbows in, you want it down here, not up here too much. We'll get to that in a minute. Breathe out with the push. If you're doing a fly, you want to crush that soda can with your back of your shoulder blades. Chest out, right here. Okay? Now, we kind of skipped the incline position here, so let's go back to that. This is an incline. The best thing you can do with an incline for your chest and working a little bit more of your shoulders, kind of a combination workout, because it is right in between the chest press and the shoulder press, is to come here, pop on, and hit it at this angle. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? When you set the weight down, just be careful not to drop the weight or drop yourself. This is another wonderful position that this inexpensive but very useful bench offers. Now, so far we've covered chest and triceps. Let me introduce a little back. One thing you can do for your back with it in this flat position is to do rows. Now when you do a row, you want to sit over the seat flat like this. You want your back flat. You want to take take the weight back and just imagine pulling it back just like you were doing a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you can do the same on the other. Now, I always recommend for people getting started, circuit training. 10 to 12 reps, minimal rest, low weight. So that way it gets your cardio going too. Even as I'm doing this right now, it's a demonstration of circuit training. I'm getting a little winded, but that's great because that's good for my cardio. So, similarly on the other side here, always want to work out evenly. Back straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's how you can work your mid back with just this bench. Now, The other position of this bench is decline, and that's great for abs and for chest press. But while we're here, you can also use this to comfortably do sit-ups if you want. I personally prefer a Bosey ball because with a Bosey ball, which I'll show you in a minute, you can go beyond this 90, which I talk about a lot. Going beyond 90 gets you more of an extension, activates more of your lower abs. However, you could in theory do sit-ups here too. But what I like to use this for when doing sit-ups is in this decline position, where again, I'm gonna lock myself in, fold my arms, across my chest like this, come all the way down and up. Now when I do this, 2, 3, 4, 5. That really forces me to activate those lower abs. Something that's probably my weakest point. But for a lot of guys it is. And it's good to work up to that. That's a little bit more of an advanced motion. However, when you can get beyond 90 with your sit-up, it's gonna force you to work those lower abs. Now, also in this decline position, you can do a decline chest press. Here, I like to grab the weights, before I go down into position. And adjust here, down and up. 1, 2, 3. And if you want, you can also do flaps in this position. 1, 2, 3. You can add a twist. And if you want to burn out on triceps, put them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and done. You gotta sit up. Okay. So we covered triceps, chest, back, shoulders, buys. You're not probably using, apologize for the noise there. You're not gonna use a chair too much for biceps. You don't really need, obviously, a bench to do biceps. However, if you want to, you can very much do biceps from a seated position, which is simply to sit with your arms down, shoulders back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of the good things about this is it makes you not sway. Because when guys do biceps, or girls, one of the tendencies to cheat is to get this swaying motion here. We're not going for movement and momentum. We are going for form and function, right? Perfect lever, not one of these, okay? That's how you get injured. So, you can do biceps that way. Another thing I like to do for biceps is a little too heavy of a weight to do it, but I'll do a half, and then a half, and then a whole. And you'll find that gets quite hard, but if you do it with the right weight, it gets a really good swell. So, we have covered back, buys, shoulders, tris, chest. Let's do a little legs. Not a ton you can do with this for legs, because unlike a Olympic bench where sometimes they put an additional weight here and you can do a leg extension, but what you can do with a bench here for your legs that I thoroughly enjoy for is to do some air squats. Nice thing about this is that for your air squats or for even your weighted squats, if you're feeling ambitious, it makes you go down far enough to touch the bench. Also, if you have any balance or mobility issues, or this is new to you, it can act as a safety so that if you can't get back up, you can sit right down. Which is, a thoughtful concern for those who are very new to this or older and staying in shape and want to make sure they're very safe doing it. So, that's what I like to do for legs. For abs, the other thing I want to show you on this video is the Bosey ball. So I'm going to move this out of the way because I referenced this earlier. I do very much enjoy the Bosey ball. Now, there are a ton of purposes for this Bosey ball. You can do push-ups on it and use it for stability. You can do other balance exercises on it. But for me, its greatest usefulness is for doing sit-ups that help, again, extend beyond 90. I like it a little bit more than the decline bench. And what I will do, I will cross my arms, I will go up for 1, and then I'll twist, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You will feel the burn on this quite quickly. 2, 3. Works those lower abs, which is good. Gets you extended beyond 90 to get that stretch and activation there. And it gets the upper abs because you're going all the way up to here. I don't think you really need to do a full sit-up. It's kind of a preference, but I don't mind more of the traditional crunch, if you will. And this is a great way to use the bocce ball. Now, I broke a sweat doing that. Granted, I did demonstrate a leg, abs, shoulders, tries, chest, back, and buys. And I would not recommend doing that. I would recommend pairing your pulls. So I like to do back and bi, which are both pulling motions. Pairing your pushes, so chest and tries, which are pushing motions, perhaps shoulders if it's not too much. Or doing chest and tries and then shoulders and legs via your squats, your lunges, your skater jumps, or your calf raises to work your legs. Now calf raises, again, I like to do these on a stair, so that way you can go below 90 and up, which will help with shin splints as well. But if you want a good leg workout, again, you're looking at your air squats, you're looking at your lunges, and any of these you can also add those dumbbells to as well. Probably don't want to do them for the skater jump so much, but that will add resistance. Now, what I did today, a little bit more intense than the bands, but not a huge investment, You only need a couple sets of dumbbells. Dumbbells typically sell for about, I think it's like $1 per pound used. New, I think they're like $2 per pound, but you can get yourself some dumbbells. You can get an adjustable dumbbell. Benches are not terribly expensive, fairly easy to put together, don't take up a lot of space, and you can get a pretty full, complete body workout in a safe way, in a small space, with this incline, decline bench. Lightweight, sturdy and stable, bocce ball, and some dumbbells. And with that, thank you for watching.